Hey, hey, hey. Look, no sandbagging, no sandbagging, no sandbagging. Wednesday night, 8 o'clock, we are back. No sandbagging is on the air. Look, tonight, it's a beautiful, muggy, rainy, soggy Wednesday night. But over here in No Sandbagging Land, it's sunny and bright. Look, we're going to come on tonight and do what we do and look, try to hopefully touch somebody or help somebody while we on here too. But look, like I said, once again, No Sandbagging is back on the air. Wednesday night, 8 o'clock. Go to our YouTube channel, like and subscribe. If you're on this live, share the live. If you come on this live, share the live. But as we get started, look, I'm one of your hosts of the three piece. I'm Fresh Press. Right as you can tell, I'm the only one in the light tonight, or should I say, in the limelight tonight. So we're gonna try to do this thing the best we can. But look, I'm not gonna do it by myself because I had a little ace in the hole. I had a guy that was willing to come on tonight and help me get through this conversation with an added young person's perspective to it. Y'all welcome to the stage, my youngest son, Preston Jr. What's going on with it, Junior?
Not much, just, living the Marine Corps life, just living, doing good, working out every day, getting up early, same thing every day.
Oh, that's what you're doing right now?
Yes, sir.
Look, it's good to have you on here, son. I see you getting you're still getting a little eat on while you're on the air, but that's how I do. That's what No Sandbagging is about. This is about live and direct. We don't get on here and script nothing out, so you can enjoy your meal and crunch on your chips. I'm quite sure some hot chips, because that's what you love to eat, I assume. So I know it's got to be some hot chips. But look here. How does it feel to be the co-host on No Sandbagging on this Wednesday night?
Feel good. Ready to touch some people's heart.
You ready to do what?
Some people's hearts. Touch some people's hearts.
I like that. Ready to touch some people's heart. I like that.
Get them some good conversation.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, as I said before, on Fresh Press, we normally go through the segments on asking, what you've been up since last week. But with my son on here, and he definitely, in the Marine life right now, we already know what he's been up to. He's been getting a lot of exercise and a lot of training in. As for myself, just working, trying to keep things level, trying to keep the lights on, trying to keep no sandbagging growing like it's supposed to grow. But I'm so happy to be back again tonight to where we can actually discuss some things, chop it up a little bit, and hopefully, somebody will get something out this show. Yo, Press, tell me this here. I want you to close your eyes as I close mine, because we're gonna get this thing what we always get. We're gonna get a prayer in before we get anything started. Hold your head down, son. Let's say this prayer. Father God, thank you for another opportunity to come before you to present this in the masses, Lord. Hopefully, whoever can hear this, I pray that you will bless them and their family, cover them and their families. Lord, we just thankful for this opportunity to come on this platform. And Lord, I pray that you will give us the knowledge, the wisdom, and the understanding to do your will while we're on this platform. I know we don't do everything correctly, Lord, but I will pray that you will give us the guidance to try to do better. And Lord, I just want to say I thank you for everything you've done, everything you continue to do, and everything you're going to do in my life. In your most wonderful name, I pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right. Look, I had to get that in. I got to get the Most High his representation before I start anything off. Yo, yes, look, Press.
Yes, sir.
Having you on here is like, deja vu, seeing the younger me on the show tonight. It's just crazy. But, having you on here, I guess you're gonna be able to tell us about the youngest perspective on the topic tonight. And seeing that, that we got kind of like a little hot topic, I want to go ahead and get right into it. The topic is, for tonight, black man, and I talk about black men a lot, but this is for the black man. Are you valued and respected in your culture?
I would say yes, sir.
Hold on. Let me say it one more time, like I always do. Black man, are you valued and respected in your culture? So, with you being the guest host tonight, and you being a young man that's coming up, and of course you're black, so that's an added part of it. What do you think about us as black men? Do you think we are valued and respected, or as a lot of people think We just selected to do things and just supposed to be the ones to make everything happen, but don't get no kind of respect or anything out of it. What do you think about that, Junior?
I say like on my end, I say kind of yeah and no on that. It's kind of a yeah and no with that because I say black men, like black men in the black culture created a lot of like black cultural effects such as like rap music, sports. Like black men contribute a lot to the black culture, uh, as far as like things like that. But also on the negative end, black men are held to a high standard, and they are looked at. Sometimes black men can be looked at as a certain way than what they really are doing certain things. That's why black men have to carry themselves differently in public than any other man. Definitely, I definitely see that. Black men definitely had to carry themselves in public different than any other man have to do.
I definitely would agree with that, son. I definitely would agree because as you know, kind of like breaking the topic into the former aspect is black men, are we respected or just expected? And that meaning are we respected for who we are as a black man in our culture? Or are we just expected to do what we do and don't get no respect from it at all? That's kind of like what we're talking about in the topic tonight. Are we respected as the black man and who we are to our culture? Or do they just expect us to be, the one to carry the load for the community and just, kind of like the workhorse of the community, but don't get no
Yes, sir.
respect out of it? Do
Yes, sir.
you see? Look, me myself as a black man, I'm a lot older than you are, son. I've been through a lot coming up, and I've seen the days when I would do things, and man, I look around and I said, man, ain't nobody tapping me on my shoulder saying, Fresh, you did a good job. Ain't nobody coming up to Fred saying, boy, hey, I like what you're doing, bro. I like what you're going through, how you making it happen. But as I got older, I stopped expecting people to do that. I just started saying, well, I guess it's part of being the black man. You just come into who you are as a black man by doing what you think you're supposed to do. And that's like carry the load of the family. Not only the family, it's like sometimes you carry the load of the whole community. Do you think that trying to carry the load of the whole community can wear a black man down, Junior?
Yes, sir. Definitely can. I do.
Why do you say that?
Because like the black man having to carry that load, it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure.
It really is. It really is. I'm
Yes.
looking at what Anthony Big A. What's up, bro? I'm glad to see you in here tonight, Big A. Big A said yes in public, 50-50 when it comes to some families. And look,
Yep.
hey, look,
That's true. That is true.
Some families it is 50-50. But
Yep.
in some families, as far as what expected of the load to carry, a lot of load falls up on us. And that's the reason I even came up with this topic tonight, because I look at a lot of brothers right now that's struggling in silence. They're struggling, Joey. Yep. They're not speaking up. They're going through heartache. A lot of them is this close to giving up. That close. Because of all the things that society has thrown on their backs. And the fact that no one seems to recognize that they do a lot, a lot. Don't get me wrong. They'll say, oh yeah, the black man, you this and you that. But at the end of the day, you being a black man and you going through life day to day as a black man, you realize ain't too many pats on the shoulder for the stuff you do. It's kind of like get up and go, get up and get this done. And when you talk to other people within your race, it's not like they say, oh, you the reason this culture is moving the way it's doing, black man. It's just like they say, that's what you're supposed to do. And and look, if you've been a young black man, you got a little road to go. You got a lot. I'll say you got a lot longer than I do to carry that load as a black man. Do you think, as you growing up as a young black man, do you see a direction that to where you can start to get more respect from your culture, or do you think that it's gonna carry on forever that we just carry the load and that kind of like that's what is expected of us to do, is just carry the load?
As far as like with the way the world is going right now, with this generation, and like I said, the influence in this generation and stuff like that, I see it staying the same. Honestly, from my perspective, I see it as the black
We had a little technical difficulty on Junior. His screen went out. But hey, cuz, I see you done came up in here. And look, Big A, I see what you said the same thing that I feel too. And I want to see what Junior felt because he's a younger guy. But I'm like Big A. I don't see no changing. I really don't. I see that things are gonna be this way, and we got to be the ones, to continue to carry it and not really, cry and moan about it. Just get down and do what you got to do. And look, a lot of times we as black men and Big A and Cuzzo, you can attest to this. If we complain about the things that are kind of like burdening us or things, the load that we having to carry as a black man in this culture, a lot of times some people thought, hey, look at a brother like you kind of weak. Why are you complaining? Stay on your grind. Put your head up, stick your chest out, and keep going. That's what a lot of people think. They don't think that we should have an issue or should complain about having to be who we are as a black man. Now, Junior, all I want to ask you is this right here: do you think other races get treated like we do as far as black men compared to other men in other races and other cultures? Bring your camera down, some Junior.
Hold on, Daddy, I can't hear you.
Okay, well, I'm gonna keep going then. We're gonna keep on rolling. Hey, Big A, I'm reading your post again about you don't see anything changing. And the reason I said I got to agree with you on that is because the way society is set up and us in our culture, considering us as black people and black men being part of that culture, we are organized in a way that everybody has their own duties within our culture. And I feel that a lot of times the duties that was bestowed upon us as black men, we kind of inherited. It wasn't like one day we woke up and they said, "Hey, would you like to be the head of the culture? Would you like to be the one to carry most of the load?" And I'm not saying that women don't. I'm in no way saying women don't carry the load when it comes to this culture. But what I'm saying is this here: when we as black men come into contact with adversity and different changes that go on, we are the one they expect to try to make that thing happen, to make things change. I don't care what no one says. Junior, are you back with us?
Yes, sir, I'm back.
Okay, now I know what happened right there. You got a little crossed up on it. But the question I was asking you, do you think that other races, as far as men and other races, get looked at the same as we do as black men?
I say it's 50-50 on that. Because I feel like as a man in general, you're going to get looked at a certain way. Like you as a man in general, you're going to always be held to that standard, But as a black man, especially a black man in this generation, you definitely have a different standard that you have to uplift other than the other races for sure. Especially like how you dress, how your haircut look, how you talk, just the way you carry yourself in general as a black man and all that definitely matters in this generation for sure.
Hey, look,
especially as far as
Marcus, what up, Marcus? I'm glad you came in tonight, bro. Appreciate you. Marcus said, no one is as scrutinized as we are. Man, look, that's exactly the point I was trying to get across, Marcus. No other, and I ain't, like I said, I ain't knocking away no other races that ain't gonna do what they do, but we get scrutinized to the T for everything that we don't do. And don't get any of the accolades that I think we deserve for the good things that we do. And so, look, they can call it, look, y'all picking and picking at things that really don't make a difference. But look, a lot of us grow up and like I said, in silence, don't want to speak on anything that has anything to do with, anything to do with us changing the way that the narrative is for a black man. And look, I got to speak on my Pastor Charles Quick came on here, and he had something to say about black men. Let me get my glasses off here. Black men have to stop waiting to be validated by other people and start respecting themselves and each other. We've been systematically taught to distrust and dislike one another. I like that, Pastor. Now, look. Hey, I got the pause right there. I'm sick of hearing that right there because you are exactly right. Systematically taught to distrust and dislike one another. We have to be first. We have to first help one another overcome the ideology. Then we can support each other better. Also, our women are systematically pitted against us. We must learn to support one another in our own community. Oh my God!
Yeah.
Oh, look at him! Look, he done. Look,
Mm-hmm.
he done canceled it.
Yeah.
Look, that's no man. He done canceled it. What he said covers the whole spectrum of what I'm talking about tonight. It covers the whole spectrum about what I'm talking about tonight. About us being pitted against each other. About us waiting on other people to try. Look, do you agree with what I said about stop waiting on other people to validate us?
Yes, sir. Definitely.
You think that's a problem within the black man, as far as being a black man, that a lot of us expect
That's
you to
definitely
validate us?
Yeah, that's definitely that's definitely one of the issues. Black people, but especially black men, definitely look for validation a lot.
But do you think? What about the problem? He said we've been systematically pitted to dislike and not distrust each other. What do you think about that?
Yes, sir. Definitely this younger generation.
What do you see? What issues in the younger generation that you see that kind of lets you know that that's the truth?
As far as like the influence that going on as far as like gang violence, like these black communities going against one another, and like always when you see on the news, it's always the black person killing another black person. Yeah, it's always. Yeah.
What about what he said about our black women? Now you know what he said? They pitted against getting against us. What do you think about that? You think they're trying to systematically make it where our black women are kind of like not with us as the brothers, because you see it yourself a lot of times on social media where they talking down about the brothers. You see that a lot. Do you think that's an issue that really that they are systematically set up to try to be against us or try to bring us down?
Yes, sir, I do see that. I do definitely see that because stuff like that. Because like you said, black women on social media always talking down on the black man. So that makes the black man think like you were saying, where it goes back to having to be validated. That make a black man make him feel like he's not validated. He have to carry himself a different way to be validated by these women who talk down on black men.
But do you think validation from someone can make you a better man? And I'm gonna stop saying black man. I'm gonna break it down just in the man standpoint. But I'm continue to talk about black men. But do you think being validated will make you a better man by somebody saying, "Oh, Prince, you the man. You this and you that." Do you think that's gonna make you a better man, or do you have to start within yourself to make yourself a better man?
You gotta start within yourself. You definitely gotta start within yourself. Yes, sir.
So, okay, since you say that, you as a younger man, what would you do at your age? I'm gonna tell you what I would do at my age to try to make myself better as I go into this second half of my life. What would you do as a young man that's just starting out as a young black man in society with the way it is? What would you do to try to make yourself a better man, to be more positive for the community, more understanding of the things that's against us? What would you do?
Become closer with God.
Okay, that's the first thing, definitely. Yeah. That's the first thing, definitely. But what would you do? What would you do in your daily activities to make yourself more like I ain't gonna say stand out as a black man, but make yourself more of an influence as a black man?
I don't really know.
I'm gonna give you a chance to think on that. You think about what I just asked you while I read what Mr. Singleton said. He said that's the truth about trust. We have everyone thinking they are the Chiefs, and no one thinks that they are an Indian. Boy, look, I love these comments tonight because what he just said was something I just spoke to one of my coworkers about today. I said, us as black men, and you and June, you probably see it too. We get a position. Or we think we got a position. You might just be a regular employee, but we're a lot of times with us being so pitted, like the distrust of each other, we'll try to make ourselves seem like we big, like I'm better than you or I'm bigger than you just cause I'm. Look, they might tell me like this in your job. They might say private, corporal, Lance Corporal, Dawkins, why don't you lead the platoon today? They let you lead the platoon. All of a sudden now you think you're in charge of the platoon. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do though. We think we try to take over things. We don't instead of you like saying, look, I'm leading today. I'm trying to let my other brother lead that thing tomorrow. We don't do that. And that's kind of like what I'm trying to say. We don't pick each other up like we should. Yep. We'll let each other sit there and look, I'm guilty of it too. We'll see each other dragging on the ground, brother, on the ground. Know he's struggling. Know it's hard for him. Know he got, and we'll just sit there and walk. Right, we'll step right over like we don't even see him. So the distrust and the connection that we need is a major part of why I feel like we don't get the respect that and the respect and the understanding that we should get from our culture. Because a lot of us don't respect ourselves as men, as black men. Because we understand where we came from. Our society this society was never set up for us. It was never set up for us. And look, let me read what my cousin had to say. That's outside validation only. That outside validation only plays on this ego. Plus validation is an inside job. We have to know who we are and know our worth, but also remain humble. I said humble, not weak. Oh boy, wait a minute. Y'all killing me. Hey, look, y'all doing it tonight. Keep back on with these folks, boy. Bing. I have a bell right now. Look, that outside validation on the mount, the hill of beans. That outside validation on the mind. Your validation got to come from within you.
Sure do.
You got to validate yourself. Now, Preston, do you agree with Cuzzo?
Yes, sir. That's what I was saying. You got to validate yourself.
But hey, in validating yourself, do you think sometimes we are so caught up on the outside ego, we want to hear other people tell us that we're great and that do you think that's what we want to hear, somebody telling us that because of our ego?
I feel like it really depends on that person.
Oh, you know?
Depends. Yes, sir. I feel like it depends on the person because some people don't care what nobody else got to say. Like some people do care what other people got to say, and some people don't care what other people got to say. So I feel like that point right there really depends on the person. But as far as like validation, you got to definitely have validation within yourself before you try to seek validation from others.
Look, my boy Cannon, he in the house tonight. Cannon said exactly what I just said a minute ago. It was set. This basically talking about what we got going as far as the way this community or this country was set up. Put it that way. Let's simplify that. Was set up for us to fail.
Yep.
So the whole time, what we've been trying to do, and I got to knock on wood on this here. Us as black men, we've been trying to get in the door, but they got the door. Guess what? They got the door. Got padlocks on the inside, so we can't see it. But we still trying to push our way in. They won't never let us in. And a lot of us say it kills me. Now this is what get me, son. When I see a brother, you don't got kind of well off. You doing pretty good, making a little ching. Everything looks seem to be going good, and you automatically think you done made it. You thinking you one of them. And the whole time, look, you don't realize on the other side of that door that I'm talking about that they got the padlock on the inside. They talking down about you, saying who did this so and so think he is? What make him think he's gonna be able to come in here with us? Man, that will get me with brothers. I want brothers to stop whenever they make it. I ain't gonna say make it, but when they start doing pretty good in life, stop separating yourself from your source. Separating from the people that really can carry you and be your foundation. Thinking that you have so-called made it into the other side. Because there is no other side for us.
It's too much competition in our culture. It's too much competition.
So you think the competition is what everybody want to try to be the number one, huh?
Yes, sir. Everybody want to be better than the next man.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Well, look, hey, look, son, you don't stump me on that because competition is a good word for it. All of us competing, and what the thing is, we competing against each other. But what's that? Like you said, I agree. they keep moving the finish line. That's what I'm just going to ask you, Julian. We competing to try to get ahead of each other, but are we all going to reach the finish line?
Nobody winning.
And we never going to reach the finish line.
Yep.
That's the way it's set up. They set it up to they move the line. Every time we think we get there just about to cross over, guess what they do? Push it back.
Push it back. Yep.
Push it back. And the whole time, guess what we doing? Taking that other brother, pulling him back. That's because he's a couple of steps ahead of us. Not realizing that brother crossed. If he did have to cross the line, guess what he should do? Reach back and grab you and pull you across too. Pull you across too. But that's neither here nor there. Man, look, this topic right here was kind of like, man, like something that I need to hear as a black man.
Yes, sir.
And so, in your last comments on this topic, Junior, do you think we are respected and really like carried at a high standard in our culture? Or do you think the black man is just another stepping stone?
I think the black man is just another stepping stone in our culture.
You think that's the way they look at us?
Yes, sir. Yep. They think they can just run over us and manipulate us. And like I said, yeah, definitely.
Look, Pastor Quick, he came with another one. He said that OJ syndrome, get wealthy and move to the white neighborhood and marry the white woman. Like there are no good, beautiful black women. Boy, Pastor, I didn't want to say it. But see, I think Pastor all about no sandbagging. I like what Pastor about no sandbagging. Look, I'm on here sandbagging. Pastor just said, I ain't no sandbag. I want to be real about it. That's what I wanted to say a minute ago when I said get a little well off. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Look, Pastor just went ahead and said it. Look, he
he laid it out there. He laid it out there.
He got a show called No Sandbagging. I'm over here sandbagging.
He laid it out there. He laid it out there now.
He put it on out there.
Yes, sir.
Look,
sure did.
Just like Kenneth said, I just come in on the end, but I like that, bro. I appreciate you, bro. That and look what Cuzzo said. That's what they say, nephew. What do you think? What your opinion? Yeah.
Okay.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. That is
true.
Yeah, that's what they think. They think we are stepping stones, but
yeah, they do.
Like I said,
sure do. But what's your opinion on it?
Like I said at the beginning.
What do you think? What's your opinion on us being stepping stones? What?
I was saying, like, people, they think they can run over the black man. They think they can manipulate us, and all that. But like I said at the beginning, black men created a lot of the things that we have today, such as the music we got that people listen to, that rap that everybody listen to. Black people. These sports that people watch. Black people had a lot of influence on sports. Like black men specifically had a lot of influence on things like that.
I'm gonna break it down even more for you, son. Being a stepping stone has been through our generations, dog. We always been the one they put down on their knees and they stepped on to get where they tried to go to. The back of the black man has been broken time and time again. But guess what we do? We heal right back up. We stand right back up, but we constantly get knocked back down. So when I say a stepping stone, I don't mean we continuously a stepping stone, but they kept constantly knocking us down, trying to destroy our. They wanted to break us. They wanted to totally break us to where we just give up. But God has given us the strength. And when I say God, I mean God in heaven gave us the strength to fight all the adversity that they throw our way, dog. Because look, I done been through a lot in life. My cousin Sam done been, Kelly done been through a lot as a black nigga. We not young as you are. We done seen a lot. Done been through a lot. But we still here. And we still striving to make a better life for the younger generation that's coming up. And we're trying to make a better life for the generation that we are in. We're not gonna give up. Black man, keep your hand up, keep your fist up, high, keep it high. Don't bow down. We're not gonna do it. We're not gonna bow down. We are not. I'm gonna say that and I mean it with everything in me. We are not bowing down, and we sure are not gonna bow out. We are one of the most powerful entities in the world. The black man, the structure, the stance, the ego, the attitude, That's what we have as a black man. God granted you all this. Don't let no one try to dilute it, try to weaken it, try to pour it out try to pour it and make it watered down. We are strong. We are one unity. Look, and one thing I can tell you, we're strong independently, but unified, we're unstoppable. Black man, I love you, brothers. I appreciate all y'all that came on here tonight to talk about this topic. Because me as a black man, I need an outlet sometimes. It's good to have an outlet to talk it out. And I got my boy Junior on here. I got all my friends and families and everybody else on there chatting in with us. And I appreciate y'all too. Yo, Junior, man, you came and did your thing tonight, young man.
Yes,
you spoke on things that I really didn't think you really have a lot of knowledge on, but look like you proved your daddy wrong once again.
Yes, sir. And I like receiving other people's opinions on topics like this too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. It's a good thing to have the brothers speaking on it. Yes, and look, I thank y'all for another night on No Sandbagging. The show is going to do what it do. We're going to keep it coming every Wednesday night, 8 o'clock. Make sure y'all go subscribe to our YouTube channel. Man, we're really trying to do this thing. And look, I did this is my therapy Wednesday night, 8 o'clock. You know, Wednesday night is 8 o'clock is my therapy. Sunday, I go get the word because the word gonna carry me all week long. But this little therapy session I get right here, it clears up a lot of thoughts that I have in my head.
Yep.
And I didn't mention that as a black man. We carry a lot of stuff right here that we don't speak on. Start talking, black man. Speak up, black man. Don't walk around in silence. Don't carry all that pain in silence. You know, you got things to say that people might want to hear, and things that I know someone needs to hear, but some people might not want to hear. But either way, do like Pastor Charles Quick said, don't sandbag. Say what's on your mind. Yep. Look here, we getting ready to tune up out here. Son, I love you. I love all y'all for tuning in. And we thank y'all for joining us another night on No Sandbagging. Guess what? We out.
Yeah.